Certainly one of the priorities for the WRDA 2022 would require the Corps to submit a report to Congress listing all projects that are either $100 million over budget or 5 years behind schedule. So again, that's a priority I have for WRDA 22. Unlike in the private sector, there are no clear incentives for federal agencies to deliver projects on time or on budget. General Spellman, what kind of incentives do you think that agencies might respond to? What do you think would be effective?
Yes, ma'am. I professionally disagree that we don't have any incentives. There are firms out there that build big box stores, and they do it every day, and they get very good at it over and over. And there are firms out there that build high-rise apartments, and they do it every day, every year, and they get very good at it. I don't have two projects that are alike in the Civil Works program. Cedar Rapids is very different from Texas Coastal. It's very different from what we're dealing with down in Miami. And that's the beauty of why folks want to come to the Corps, because they're working on national level infrastructure that's all different. They're not building Walmarts. And that's why I think that the engineers and the talent that we have in the Corps are recognized nationally throughout the year on national level awards. And many of them are recognized, ma'am, internationally for the work that they do. And we work on, again, projects that are of national significance, both here in the United States and today in 110 countries around the world.
Which, and yes, I would agree. I think we have a phenomenal Corps that does a great job, tremendous engineers. But what we do end up with are a lot of projects that end up behind schedule or over time. Cedar Rapids, of course, additional dollars will be needed for that particular project. So how can we do better with that?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. You absolutely have our commitment and how we want to do better. So for the Cedar Rapids, yes, we have some cost growth. Ma'am, I'll go back to the beginning of Bipartisan Budget Act of 2018. This was not unexpected, given the level of feasibility we had done on this particular project and several others. We knew this cost growth was coming. We just didn't know where. So we have, in this case, we have adequate contingency in our non-Harvey Irma Maria states to adequately cover the cost growth. Again, it was expected, we're planning for it, and we're committed to finishing that project.
Well, and we are extremely pleased that you have been engaging with Cedar Rapids and so many of the other projects as well, and we hope that we can continue working on this, Lock and Dam 25. Let's try and get that going as well, but I really appreciate your time and your attention to so many of these projects, and hopefully we can see many of them completed in the near future. Thank you.